Can't believe it's our final week here.
I know. It still feels like we have one more year, like this isn't really it.
Remember when we used to talk about how much we wanted to leave?
Yeah. And now all I want to do is slow it down.
What will you remember most about high school? Was it the people, the moments, or the way it made you feel? If you could go back to the first day, what would you say to yourself? Before we go, we wanted to ask the questions we never slowed down to answer. What shaped us? What surprised us? What will we miss the most? In the rush of growing up, we don't always realize the meaning of what we're living through until it's almost over. This is the story of our final month, the voices of the class on the edge of everything. One last look back before we go. Every ending has a place where it begins. For thousands of students, that place is Longfields, a school built on early mornings, late assignments, hallway laughs, and quiet pressure. And now, the final chapter is being written. In this documentary, we follow the students about to leave these walls behind, to find out what it means to graduate, to reflect, and to move forward. This is Yousef. Like a lot of student athletes, he has a dream: to play university basketball for U Ottawa. He knows not everyone makes it, but that doesn't stop him. It drives him. He's giving basketball everything he has, not because it's easy, but because sometimes chasing a passion, even when you might fall short, still shapes who you become.
My class is English and law, and after school, just practice. Do as much practice as I can.
After high school, I'm going into political science at U Ottawa, and one of my goals over there is to make the U Ottawa basketball team. So I still want to play basketball, man. I still love this. I still love it, man. So I started playing basketball 11 years old. Before that, I used to be a soccer player. Grade 6, so I started playing in grade 6. And I took it seriously in grade 9. That's when I made my first competitive team. Before that, I was playing house league, still learning. In grade 9, so I became good.
The most obvious things about Yousef are his physical talents, right? He's freakishly athletic, very rangy, quite the combination of athleticism and skill.
He's one of those students that would definitely exceed in sport and studies. I always see him at the tables and studying, he's focused.
When I'm on the court, stop just playing, everything else just blocked out the way. I just focus on one thing, is me and my basketball.
When I went to his game, I was really amazed with his character. He was always picking up the team on his back and everything. So he's just not only his character, but he shows it off and on the pitch,
We lost by a lot and against a team that we thought we could have done a lot better. And to have Yousef sort of acknowledge why we lost, what we lacked, in a very vocal way after the game to his teammates, I thought spoke a lot about his growth as a player, in terms of his maturity, his leadership skills. That really stood out.
For Yousef, basketball isn't just a game. It's drive, discipline, and heart. But dreams don't always follow a straight line. That's why he's building more than just a shot at the team. He's building a future. Political science, university, a chance to make a change off the court. Because passion might light the fire, but purpose keeps it burning. He may not know exactly where the road leads, but he's moving forward, just like the rest of them.
How would you describe yourself in a few words?
Talented, nonchalant, hungry.
I say leadership is, I would describe as a leader, a good friend.
I can't describe myself in a few words. 18 years, you can't describe in a couple of words in my eyes both, so I can't really do it.
I'd say I'm fun, I'm adventurous, and I'm thoughtful.
Humble, brave, heroic, selfless.
Strong, confident, knows what I'm doing.
Unserious, I joke around too much.
A ginger that comes to school, doesn't really do a lot, just walks around, talks to people.
I'm a nice person. I'm really considerate,
Definitely a caring person. I always love to see the people around me succeed. And I love, generally, I care about a lot of people and I hope they all do well.
I'd say loyal, academically oriented, engaged, yeah.
Funny, handsome, and charismatic, but that's usually what the girls say.
Optimistic. I just enjoy life, basically. I live in the moment.
I'd say I'm fun. I don't think I'm that serious, but I think I'm hardworking.
Rich as hell, ambitious, and passionate.
I'm a confident person. I'm good at school. I'd say I'm pretty academic.
I would say I'm creative, sarcastic, and pretty reliable. I would say I put others first a lot, and I kind of always consider other people's feelings no matter what the situation is, I guess.
Competent, funny, smart.
In a way, those three words are how we try to make sense of who we are. But for some, identity runs deeper. Through what we chase, what we sacrifice, and what we hope for. For Yousef, it's never just been about now. It's always been about who he's becoming.
Chasing basketball, yeah, but I'm also trying to be someone my family's proud of. Someone that gives back, politics, community, whatever it is. I just want to make an impact.
It's his character development I've been impressed with. He putting a lot more attention to fundamentals, not that God-given talent, let's say, or that physical talent. In his senior year, perhaps working a little bit more on positioning, especially on the defensive end. Perhaps a little bit more guarding the ball, for example. More of that assignment basketball. I saw some growth there.
His confidence improved. Before he didn't want to shoot it because when we were playing with guys older than us, he cared too much about what they think. But now it's our last year. He just let everything out.
I started playing basketball in grade 9 and Yousef started a bit earlier than me. So I didn't really see the beginning of his basketball journey, but I could definitely say that since grade 9, he's improved massively.
Improvement doesn't always look the same. For some, it's louder. For others, it's quiet, steady, and personal. But one way or another, every single person grows. Through the late nights, the failures, the unexpected wins, high school changes us. We become a little more sure, a little more ourselves.
If you could give advice to your freshman self, what would it be?
Keep going, keep grinding, motivate yourself.
I'd probably say that to be proud of myself, because I always kind of pushed myself to do more, and I felt like I couldn't do enough sometimes. So I feel like I could have had the mindset of being proud of myself throughout this entire school year.
Put in work, obviously.
Enjoy all of the extracurricular opportunities and, try different stuff.
It would be just be confident. Don't be scared. Do it.
Cut the hair off, go to the gym, stop eating.
When I was in grade 9, grade 10, I just had no confidence. I was just scared to talk to people and just do stuff with them. But now it's different.
I'll be skip, make friends, you don't have to go to class to get high grades. At the end of the day, I'll be getting, 90s and shit. I'll be skipping all day, as long as you keep up with a lesson or two, you don't have to be a nerd about it.
Trust no one but yourself, and to definitely just think twice before you do anything.
Never try drugs, never drink. Don't become friends with Braden Blackman. Lock in, or have a plan. Always have a plan ahead.
Pick up a sport or two, be good at it. It's gonna make your life a little better.
Don't worry about what other people think of you. Yeah, really just be your own person and know that you'll grow.
That's very important. I didn't plan what my future would be looking like. If I just slow down and looked at what I'm really interested in and invest time in that.
I tell her to ask for help. I have hyper-independence, so I don't really like asking for help. But learning to ask for help for sure, and lighting the load, that taught me a lot.
Don't skip. It's pointless unless you got something really going on worth skipping. Don't skip. You're just wasting time and opportunity.
Actually lock in on the work, on the homework and assignments and stuff, from the start.
Surround yourself with people that make her feel good and make her feel like herself, because once you have people that radiate that energy that you have, then you're set.
Don't procrastinate or anything. Don't get any bad habits.
Live your life a little bit more. And it's odd because I care less now that we're at the end of our year, but I cared more when I was younger. It doesn't make sense,
Don't fuck around. Don't mess around. Just stay on track.
Also prioritize yourself, not only school, and to not allow yourself to burn out, because one bad grade doesn't change your whole life, especially if you're in grade 10.
Oh, I was so insecure. I used to always just sit in my own spot, not talk to people till I reached grade 11.
Online math. Tell him to take online math.
Why?
It's just easier. It's so much less of a headache.
Then I actually started making friends in high school.
Get involved. Join some sports clubs. Do whatever you can to get to know more people and kind of, enjoy your career here at LDH.
Every now and then you meet someone who transforms, not just themselves, but the space around them. Lana is one of those people. An actor, a voice, a presence. In a school full of stories, hers stands out, because she's learned how to tell it. Lana didn't find acting here, she brought it with her. She started performing as a kid in Ukraine long before high school ever began, when her path led through Manitoba and eventually to Ottawa in grade 10. One thing stayed the same, the stage. She performed around the world, but for her, acting isn't just about roles or applause. It's about making sense of yourself. This isn't a story of becoming someone new. It's a story of someone finally stepping into who they've been all along.
Back in Ukraine, when I was really small, I used to do dance, and then, this is a funny backstory, then I broke my hand, and I couldn't do dance anymore. So my parents were like, we need you to do something with your free time, so they put me in acting. And I was a very shy kid, so I guess that maybe tied into it. But long story short, I've been acting since I was 6 years old, and I kind of carried it with me all the way from Ukraine. And I guess it's kind of a little part of me that that reminds me of my home. I just like the idea of being able to act out as somebody that isn't you, putting on a role and getting to convince people that you are that person. I guess it's it ties in with lying too. I'm good at lying. But
well, I met Lana in 10th grade in math class, and at first we were very she's a shy person, and I'm very extrovert, so I was hey, and she was hi. I think she's very a genuine person. I think that she puts the people that she cares about first, and I feel she's very passionate about anything in her life. That could be acting, dance class. We were very passionate about that. She's very passionate about iced coffee. Very, very passionate person.
It helps me open up and kind of when I'm on stage, I don't have to pretend to be something that I'm not, so I can just kind of be myself in a way. Whenever I get a role, I don't have to think of like, oh, what are others gonna think of me? What am I gonna like look like when I'm doing this? I just kind of like, I'm able to put my head into this role and kind of like focus on what I am on stage without having to like think of what others are thinking of me.
When Lana first joined the class, she came in with a confident smile and just moved through everything with such ease and such confidence and such positivity. It was just kind of radiating off of her.
Off the bat, she kind of took a lot of the younger students under her wing, and she helped build their confidence up, and yeah.
High school is full of masks. Some we wear to fit in, others to hide parts of us we're still figuring out. But sometimes, if you're lucky, you find a place, a passion, a person, a moment, where being yourself finally feels possible, where you stop worrying about who's watching and you start listening to your own voice instead, where the lines between fitting in and standing out start to blur. And for once, you don't feel like you're performing at all.
I was part of management, logistics. I really like logistics. I really like planning. I really like managing. I really like to work with people. And I think it's super fulfilling to like see all your hard work, be able to be seen on a stage.
Canadian theater isn't the same thing as like theater in Europe. So when I moved to Manitoba, I kind of almost lost my spark. The theater that I'm in right now, it's like the directors, they're also from Europe, so we like have the training that I was like looking for, I guess. So the theater that I'm in right now, it's my calling and my passion.
To me, theater is all about telling a powerful story that matters. That's something I keep saying over and over again to all my students, and you probably heard it too, which is why we pick plays that we pick, which is why we spend the amount of time that we do on these plays, which is we don't just take a script and put it on the stage and say whatever, we're making money, it's for profit. We try to find something that's meaningful to the people in the room that are on the stage, a message that resonates with us so that when we embody it, when we put it onto a stage in front of an audience, we're actively reaching out to our community, to our parents, to our...
If you're hesitant in joining, just do it. Just do it. It is a commitment though, so bear in mind of that. Just do things. Like that's what I would say. Like just do stuff.
Is there anything you still want to do before you graduate?
I definitely want to troll a lot more because I know this is my last 2 weeks and no one's gonna remember me at the school once I graduate. And I mean remember me as in like the teachers and principals, so I want to make sure I troll to the maximum of my capabilities.
I haven't been participating in, the whole senior activities a lot lately. I think, honestly, I want to participate more, like with my peers and stuff.
Just taking like every moment that I have left of high school and enjoy it with my friends.
I want to find a high school relationship so I can feel how it feels to be in a high school relationship.
Why?
So because like so far I've been fucking around too much and I'm trying to find the right one to lock into.
I want to drive on a highway. I haven't done that yet.
You have your license?
I do. I have my G2 now. I've had it for a while. I've still never driven on a highway, so that would be nice.
I feel like I should have something, but I don't. I feel like I'm a very like live in the moment kind of person, so I don't have like anything that I want to do. I just do it.
I still have one goal, but I want to make the All-Stars for like the Ottawa basketball. And that's my one goal left, and if I accomplish that, like I'm set.
No, I feel like I really just completed high school. I'm ready to get out of here,
One thing that I found after I left high school is that life was based much less than I thought on academic achievement and much more than I thought on the content of my character. Do well in school, pursue your passions. That'll open doors for you. That'll get you like a job or a career, a way to make a living. You make a life on the connections you make with people.
go easy on yourself for the first couple of months of post-secondary. It is definitely a change of pace. It's a much bigger school, and you're back to being the little fish in the pond again, which, when you're used to being a senior in high school, it can be a bit of a shock to go back, down in at the bottom of the rungs there.
Not trying to have expectations. And it's hard because we preach a lot about goals and things like that, but the future really is unpredictable. And like today, I didn't know I was coming for an interview. Like everything's really unpredictable, and it's hard not to have expectations. But when we have expectations, we are very often disappointed because the future is essentially infinite. Anything can happen, and if you predict something's going to happen, whether positive or negative, when things don't pan out the way you want them to, we have a very emotional response and we get upset. And so I'm kind of more like just kind of go with the flow, accept that things are going to happen. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, and try not to put too much weight into it. The biggest things and the best things that have happened to me in my life are a result of things that at that time I thought were very negative.
You have to be on time. A lot of kids right now aren't submitting work on time, but even showing up to the job early means on time. You got to be there. Like teachers in our contract, we have to be here 15 minutes early, and that means we're on time.
As you get into adulthood, you need to value honesty, even if it makes you look weak, even if it makes you look unprepared. I believe that if you tell the truth, regardless of what it is, good things happen.
You won't have me on your ass every day going, hand this in, reminder, this is due next week, reminder, it's due in an hour, like that. You're on your own. A lot of university and colleges of business, they want your money, and it's beneficial to them if you don't succeed because they will put you on academic probation, keep your money, and kick you out.
Patience is key. Anything like me, you want to go out and do a lot of things, but sometimes you just have to do less better and be patient and accept it.
Not just taking on responsibilities, but embracing that process. Their success in the future will depend on that, right? If you can recognize your responsibilities, embrace them, and then take them on, you'll succeed, right? In the real world, you'll succeed in life. You'll hit success, basically. Maybe in schools that's not obvious, taking on responsibilities, being held accountable. So the faster you can do that, get used to that, the better you'll be. The better off you'll be.
We talk a lot about what we'll take with us, the memories, the lessons, the friendships. But not everything is worth holding on to. Sometimes what we leave behind says just as much about who we've become. So I asked them something simple and honest.
What's something about high school that you won't miss at all?
I think math and calculus, especially. I feel like it was too hard for no reason.
The school emailing my parents.
Yeah. Why would they email your parents?
I don't know, if I skipped class or something.
The weird ass people. That's a better answer. There's weird people that do trouble and don't do shit in their life and don't have hobbies, don't have a life, and just fucking sit in the washroom.
Honestly, I won't miss the exams. They're a lot to study for. But I know that university is going to have harder stuff, so I might actually miss it at some point.
The atmosphere and like Hiba said, like how it's really small, like I can't just like go wherever I want to go, like see everyone that I see.
There's a lot of negatives as well, a lot of downsides. There's a lot of bullying that goes around in the school. I was bullied actually in grade 8 or grade 9, so it was not fun. But besides that, once you kind of get past that and learn to become socially adaptable, then it's a lot easier.
Although there is like positives about like being in a small group with people and like knowing everyone, there is downsides to that of everyone maybe like knowing your business or just like words getting around, stuff like that. Like it's easier for stuff to happen.
Hallways, how busy they are, how you can't walk anywhere without running into 6 people at a time.
The VPs, getting on ass and shit for no reason, like coming up to us, acting like we're doing something we're not.
Waking up, the stress of tests, the teachers,
Any teachers in specific?
No.
Okay. If you
It's one group. There's one group. Those are what I was the one group that I won't miss at all. They were so annoying, but we push past that.
Definitely won't miss the crowdedness of the hallways. And I will not miss like like who I was when I was younger, who was like anxious 24/7. Yeah, I'm ready to put that behind me for sure.
We all have things we're ready to leave behind. The early mornings, the crowded hallways, the people. But for every complaint, there's something else hiding underneath. The fear of trying. High school gives you chances, some loud, some quiet. And what you do with them can shape everything. Some people plan every step of high school, and some just take the shot when it shows up. Alex never thought he'd study law. He just signed up for a class in grade 11, said it felt like a risk. Now he's heading to university for it. Same thing with baseball. He almost didn't try out in grade 10 after playing house league for a year. Thought he wouldn't make the team, but he did, and stayed. That's kind of who he is now. Someone who takes the shot, even when he's not sure where it'll land.
I'm going to LEH since grade 7, so I've been here for a while now. I think the main thing that I pride myself going into is law, and that kind of ties back to one of the things that I keep close, and one of the things I keep telling myself over my life is that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I think with law, if I didn't try that class originally in grade 11, I don't think I would have ever found it. I think grade 9 and 10 I was still like experimenting with a bunch of different classes and still trying to find out what worked for me. I'd say it was sort of the teachers, right? I had to take it as an elective originally, and I was like, I think it was either that or science, and I'm like, okay, well, let's try this, I guess, and it's worth a try. Yeah, it ended up being one of the things I'm most proud of, one of the things I like doing the most in school. So
you never know, that one day you might get lucky, and that shot might make it. So to be able to make something, you gotta just keep trying, and one day you might get lucky, and that's how it's gonna happen.
I think it's great to take risks. It's important in life to take chances. I mean, like, you're gonna regret if you don't actually take the chance at it. You're gonna regret it like forward in life. You're gonna wish you did it.
If you don't take risks, you might miss a chance, the opportunity to do something in life. It's better than not taking any shots.
yeah, grade 11 took law. I had Mr. Elliott in the school. I think one of the greatest teachers I've ever had. He kind of made me fall in love with the subject, and he was kind of pushing for me to go to Carleton too, and well, I took a shot at that as well, and that worked out pretty well. So
there's competition in there, and it's being able to deal with the successes and potentially the failures, and hopefully being able to learn from those two situations how to correct a pathway next time.
Started playing baseball grade 9. I started out my first year ever was house, and then everybody goes through their head when they play sports. They're like, oh, why don't I just try competitive? It's worth a shot. Some people don't take that shot, some people do. I took that shot. I'm like, whatever, it's not much money for a tryout fee. And I ended up making it, and that year I was one of the better hitters on my team. So again, that ties to my motto, like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And
you really don't know how you're gonna do or succeed with something if you don't put yourself out to try. Like, if you want to reap like the best rewards in life, you have to be willing to lose. You have to be willing to lose to win some.
now I'm with Miss Wheaton. She's also really good, and I think that showed me that, because Miss Wheaton, she's a great teacher, but Mr. Elliott was probably one of my favorites. And I was thinking, I'm like, oh, maybe it was just Mr. Elliott that made me fall in love with law, but it wasn't. Because this year I Miss Wheaton, and I love law just as much.
I don't know, how my health will be in a year. I didn't care about the new commute. I just wanted to learn more and be a better teacher, so I took this shot. Otherwise, I wouldn't have actually grown, which is the goal. That's what education is about. And my job is to pass on knowledge so that you guys can understand that you do miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, I just think it's great.
What scares you most about leaving high school?
I think the freedom of not living at home and not having structure as much is gonna be an adjustment I know I'm gonna have to adapt to. So
it's a huge school, and I'm sure you hear this a lot, where it's sometimes hard to lose yourself in community here, because within this massive school there's subcultures, and right? The great thing about this school, there's something for every student here, because of the sheer size.
I feel like I didn't really have like a good group of friends growing up, so when it came to high school, ever since like grade 9, I started talking to new people and met like a lot of good variations of different people, and they changed me in a good way, in a different way.
Change is never just about moving forward. It's about leaving something behind. Friendships shift, the days start to feel heavier, the countdown gets quieter, but more real. And then it hits you. These are some of the last moments you'll ever spend here.
How do you feel about it being your last few weeks at LDH?
I'm really sad about it all. I know a lot of people are really excited to leave and to move on, and I'm really excited to go to university, but I'm really, really sad because of the idea that all of us will not be together anymore in this school.
Of course, I'm excited that I'm gonna get to leave and do some bigger stuff.
Kind of crazy if you think about it. You know, it's been a career. It's gone by real quick. So you know, it'll be weird getting used to new things.
It's also sad that I'm not gonna get to see some of my friends. I'm not gonna get to see some of the teachers, some of the staff members here.
Yeah, it's a surreal feeling. You know, 'cause it's been like 4 years, ups and downs.
It's all happening really, really fast. Like prom was a couple like days ago, and now like signing t-shirts, signing yearbooks.
I've done a lot at school, did a lot of things for people, and it's just scary to feel like you're gonna start fresh after, from scratch.
But I'm positive, and I'm hoping that this means better things are coming in the future, and you know, I'm excited for uni.
But at the same time, it's a little scary if you think about it, because like, what's gonna happen after? But
look, kind of sad. I'm gonna miss my people. You know what I mean? TRB. I'm gonna miss my own people. We might pathways post-secondary school, but it's okay because I know we're gonna go to our own different paths.
I was a lot stronger and I was a lot more passionate in law. And yeah, it worked out there, and then I'm gonna try to also shoot my shot for the baseball team at Carleton too, so we'll see how that goes as well.
Reflecting on your years of teaching, what advice would you give to the graduating class 2025?
Oh boy, you know, just remember that you get to write your own story and make it your story and no one else's, and don't compare. Be who you want to be. It's okay not to know what you want to do now, because life is like that. We do not know what we want to do at 16, 17, and if you don't know, don't kill yourself over it. Life changes drastically for you, and so if you know, don't put so much pressure on each other, on yourselves.
Always remember that you're worth it. You're worth taking care of yourself. You're worth you are worth investing in yourself, and you are worth respecting. And it's tough to remember that, and it doesn't always mean a lot in the moment, but when you think about how many times sometimes you'll put the interests of others in front of yourselves, or you'll downplay your own importance in your mind, I think that's a message a lot of people need to hear, is that they are worth it. They're worth taking the time to, you know, hygiene, fitness, proper eating, and also mentally taking care of themselves.
Practice developing your focus of your attention on the things that matter, right? Whether it's objects of study, academia, your job, a club you belong to, a hobby. you're so used to moving around from topic to topic, from video to video, from trend to trend, that you're losing sight of focusing and absorbing whatever it is, the object of focus, of attention. Learn to develop that, like embrace it, get into it. There's a lot to digest in many things. We tend to move too quickly from thing to thing. So to sort of maybe pause and practice developing that focus on the specific thing that matters. And that could be your academic discipline that you're studying, it could be your hobby, it could be the craft that you're in, it could be your job. But you have to sort of get used to jumping into that and maximizing it, as opposed to this, fast food mentality where everything just changes every 5 minutes and you move on to the next thing. That's a problem. So learn to fight against that by focusing your attention on things.
Definitely be kind to everyone you come across, because you just never know when you might come across that person again in 10, 20, 30 years, and you might need them, or they know a friend that might be able to help you out when you're, having trouble in your own life. So you just never know. I just came across somebody today I haven't seen in 20 years. So, it was great to see them, and, you just never know when that person might come back into your life.
Life's short. Take advantage of as many new opportunities as you possibly can. Don't be afraid to take on as many challenges as you can too. It's good to be busy.
Love your work. Find something that you absolutely love, something that drives you to wake up every morning, go to work, do your thing. If you don't love it, you're going to burn out, and you're gonna wonder, how did you get to that place? So find something you love and stick to it.
We have a lot of social unrest in the world right now. The world that they're about to enter and be a part of is not the world that we, the teachers, wish for them. My wish for the class of 2025 is that they succeed in ways that we haven't yet. They go places we haven't gone yet. They do things we haven't done yet. They make the world a better place for my generation and for theirs.
I wish you the best of luck. This is a very special moment. I'm excited to see, their future. I'm excited to see them, reach their potentials. Whatever their potential may be.
I think it's going to be so much fun. Don't forget about us. Come back and visit us. And good luck with whatever you do out there.
Have a great summer.
You were one of the best cohorts we've seen in a long time.
And is there anything else you'd like to say?
Oh, I'm gonna miss this cohort so much. You guys are awesome.
Last day of school today. Yeah, I'm just walking down the hall. It's this first period.
So in my personal opinion, I feel like everybody should live life complete. Do what you want, live how you want, never restrict yourself, you know what I mean? Always try new things.
Are you doing anything different since the last day?
No, I'm just treating it like a normal day and just, experiencing the last high school day. Minus going to my last 2 classes, but, I'm here with my boys, my homegirls, everybody during lunch, and, it's just gonna be the final day. Just cool out, chill out.
A lot of people, they like to live their lives in this very locked box where it's like, they're told to do this, they're told to do that. I feel like people should just go do what they want to do. Go figure out who you are, what you want to do with your life, who you want to be.
For your last class, how do you feel?
Sad.
Why? I thought you, on the interview, you were saying how much you wanted to leave.
Yeah, but now it's all catching up to me, and I'm just damn.
When I first started at LDH, I got to meet a lot of amazing people. Achieve what you want to be in the future. Being able to go do what you want to do from where you want to do it. I like doing above and beyond and becoming successful in my life. A lot of people like to just live all nonchalant, not knowing what they're going to do in the future. So living life to the fullest doesn't necessarily mean just going out with friends. It means achieving what you want to achieve and becoming who you want to be. So living life to the fullest, for example, let's say you wanted to become an electrical engineer. Never settle for something less. Go do everything you need to do to achieve that goal. You have a goal of making $100,000 for the year. Go make the goals that you need to go achieve that $100,000 for the year. Living your life to the fullest can include the trips that you want to go to, the countries you want to go see, the money that you want to make, the people you want to be friends with. Live your life to the fullest. Live your life to how you want to live it, and live it to the goals that you want to achieve. Never settle for anything less.
Man, it's crazy. I was just in grade 9 not too long ago. Then now I better graduate.
Honestly, like I thought I'd be more excited, but like I still want like just another month.
There's a lot to look back on. It created a lot of memories in this school, especially in the last year.
Feels unreal, you know, like I know it was about to happen kind of too soon.
Created a lot of memories, a lot of friends, and I'm just gonna miss this completely.
It's like I blinked and grew up.
Maybe we didn't grow up. Maybe we just learned to say goodbye. Even if we don't end up where we planned, I think we'll be okay.
My name is Shane. I started this documentary without much of a plan. Just a camera, a mic, and the feeling that I'd never get to be in this environment again. So I began filming. This documentary became a gift, something for the graduating class to hold on to, a way to look back years from now and remember what it felt like to be here. Since I started this in April, I've learned a lot. I've met people I never would have talked to. I've been thinking a lot about what I've learned, not from the textbooks or classes, but from being here, in these moments, paying attention. One thing I've learned is to follow your passion, not because it's easy or guaranteed, but because doing what you love gives your time meaning. I've learned how important it is to be yourself, to stop shrinking, stop hiding, and just be real with people. I've learned that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, that trying even if you fail always gets you further than standing still. And most of all, I've learned to live life to the fullest, because none of this lasts forever. And one day you'll look back and realize it already became a memory. I've watched people laugh, worry, and grow, all in real time. We tend to think of high school as a collection of big moments, but now that it's over, I realize it's small things that I'll remember the most. The way the sun hit the lockers at the end of the day, the quiet walks between classes. We're all leaving with different plans, different memories, and different versions of ourselves. But we shared this space. And now it's time to carry all of it. The mistakes, the joy, the lessons, into a world that's waiting for us. We don't get to stay, but maybe that's the point. Maybe growing up means realizing that you'll never feel ready, and doing it anyway. So wherever you go from here, don't wait for life to slow down. Say what you mean, take the risk, love people while you have the chance. Because one day you'll look back and realize this was the last time you were all here. And you made it count.
I've been riding around the city, cooling in my Beamer and some couple bitches with me. It's been a long time since you ain't been with me.